Good morning, everyone. This is Anthony, Wall Street Trader. It's 9:19 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on June 2nd, 2021. It's Wednesday. Okay, real quickly, this is not financial advice. It's intended for educational purposes only. Twitter link below. I actually posted a buy on RLC yesterday, and I executed on it. It was a statement in terms of where I would buy it, and then later on, it hit that range on the RLC BTC pair. And I then tweeted out that I executed on that buy order. Please keep your eye on Twitter if you want to see more of that intraday updates. If you want to click the subscribe button below, feel free to do so. I think you'll get other insight in terms of the other cryptos, as well as the daily updates that I do on this RLC iExec crypto. Anyway, currently, so yesterday, I should say, and then into last night, I said if RLC hits 14,500 and Bitcoin stays under 37K, I'll add 10%, right? So it's exactly what happened. Right now, I would have put 20% in, but there's a lot going on in one of the big benchmarks, which we all know. And if you don't know this by now, take a look at what happens to every crypto out there when Bitcoin blasts off or Bitcoin tanks. It should be very indicative of your planning, and you should be incorporating that into your planning when you're talking about any crypto that you do, not just the RLC Bitcoin pair, but Bitcoin itself plays a major role. So please make sure you keep your eye on it. We're going to talk about that in a second. So I'm 50% now averaged in here. A more meaningful buy would be when it's bleedingly low. And I don't think it's going to get there. And we're going to go through why. Okay, so let's look at the RLC US dollar pair. I put this here to indicate multiple touch points on this, what I consider resistance. This does not look that different from the RLC BTC pair, which we're going to go through in a second. But as you can see, I continue to maintain that the longer term trend line will be stronger than the shorter term resistance line. Anyway, so let's move forward into, so we pretty much yesterday, let's just take a look and drill into the price action. We hit our head up here. We were 574, so we were almost 10% higher than where we are right now. We're still in this consolidation phase, and it's okay because we don't mind consolidating. I don't mind a sideways thing for a little while just to get digestion. You know, it's fuel for the tank at the end of the day. So let it be. Let it be. On Bitcoin, so we have this short-term descending triangle. Look, I continue to talk about this. It's a short-term pattern. It really started back here when Bitcoin was close to 60,000, and it's only been doing this for 3 weeks. Look at the longer-term view. I look at the longer-term view to get a view. And as you can see, excuse me, I'm having a kind of technical difficulties here. But you can see from all the way back here in October, we've held this line well. We came down and capitulated and then sprung back up again. So where are we now? We have this symmetric triangle, and we're going to figure out where we're going to go with this over the next few days, and I'll tell you why. Because we have, it's right now is June 2nd. This pattern completes by the 6th. Now, it doesn't mean that this thing won't make a call between now and then. As it gets closer, the call may be done sooner, meaning that this price action may move up sharply or down sharply, breaking the resistance or support line. This is what every cryptocurrency out there, if you're trading it or investing in it, you should be watching this pattern play out. And if you're not, you're blind. Trust me on this one. Okay, let's go over to RLC PTC. There's RLC BTC. So again, yesterday what happened? We hit our head on here. We rallied. So remember what I said yesterday. I feel like we're in a rally mode of this currency pair, which is RLC, relative strength of RLC to Bitcoin, right? And we had that video around 8-ish, right around here. What happened? Bam, all of a sudden we rallied. We didn't get past that resistance line that I wanted. We ran up to that resistance line and then pulled back. Okay, we ran up again, we pulled back. This is what's called consolidation. It's ebbs and flows. It's like sitting on a boat out in the deep ocean. You know, you get a wave and then it kind of calms down. You get a wave, it kind of calms down. That's exactly what happens in the market. especially during consolidation periods. So we are at a compression level here. Going back to Bitcoin, this is going to be very important to watch. I think everyone should be watching this very closely over the next 2 to 3 days. It could happen today. We could have a melt up or a meltdown. I continue to maintain that we're going to have a melt up, but I'm not, this is not rocket science. I wouldn't bet the farm on it, but I can tell you that I feel pretty confident that we will resolve to the upside. Why? For a bunch of macro factors. Obviously, Bitcoin is in the eyes of everyone these days, way more than it was 3 years ago. Institutional involvement is very clear. You have ETFs springing up all over the world. I don't see this thing heading down when everybody knows in the back of their mind that this thing's going to 100,000 at some point. So why would you want to sell off something that if you hold it for a long period of time, you're not gonna. There's no reason to be concerned about it. You have less of a concern than, say, someone who's day trading it. Anyway, I just want to point that out. So I continue to maintain that this thing will start its trek past this resistance line, and when it comes past this resistance line, it will be, testament to the fact that Bitcoin's not going down. Now we just have to make sure that sometimes when you pass a resistance line, it could be a fake out. So you got to watch out if it kind of looks like a little blast off and then kind of like it starts trekking down. But either way, I still think that we're going to stay over this trend line going up, and we'll see how the next few days play out. But in the meantime, very bullish on the RLC BTC pair, and I'm very bullish on Bitcoin, and therefore I am very bullish on RLC as a whole. Have a great day, everyone. See you tomorrow.